Welcome to a new FXTradignDuo video. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you guys through a trade that I took today live on gold just a few hours ago. I uploaded a reel about it. I showed it on my Instagram, and I'm just going to now run you through it a bit more in depth here on YouTube. Really give you the ins and outs of why I took it, how I managed the trade, and just everything around it. So I'm going to start off here on TradingView. Just this is, as you can see, this is the 5-minute chart on gold, and I'm just in back testing mode just to bring it back to exactly my thought process throughout the different phases of the trade. So you can see here on gold, we were evidently in a downtrend. A pretty clear downtrend, and this was coming into around 2 a.m. So we're just coming into around London Open, and this is the time period which I primarily trade. So you can see here we were in a downtrend. Now if I just skip forward a few bars here, you'll see we went down, we continued down, and then I was at the charts right around here is when I arrived at the charts at 2 a.m. New York time, which is 8 a.m. London time, so it's right on London Open. And you can see here what we had was this strong drive on London Open. So right at 8 a.m. London Open, we had a strong drive, and this was a nice break of structure. Now you can see the way it took out all of these levels all across here. It took out 1, 2, 3, 4 resistance levels straight through them like they weren't even there, and that was my first signal to start looking for buys. So once I got that strong break of structure, and also you can see here on top of that right here, we had a failure to break this low. So we had price failed to break this low down here, break structure to the upside, and hold above this level. So that for me was a major the first sign of, okay, I'm looking for buys here. And then after that, we had, I'll show you here, we had a strong support being formed. So again, this is just more confirmations. We had a strong support formed here, and again, this is just price respecting the market structure. So a break and a respecting of this break and retest level, right? This is really standard price action. This is exactly what we love to see. So you can see here a failure to break, a strong move, a support create at this resistance level, and now I was fully in buy mode. I'm looking for buys to take price higher. Of course, in this instance over here, if I saw price did not respect any levels here, it didn't form a support, of course I wouldn't be looking for buys. But that's the complete opposite of what we had. We had a really nice support formed. So from here, what I was looking for is I'm either looking for some price action to develop here and for some nice candle formations to occur for me to take price up, or I'm looking to enter in on a breakout candle to exactly the same goal, take price up to the next level. Now the primary level that I'm looking to take price to in this trade was up over here, to these levels over here, and the reason for that is based on the higher time frames, and I'll just briefly bring you there. So I'll just go to the 15-minute, just one time frame up, and I'll show you. You can see this, there's these clean candles here, clean candle to be filled right up to this level, and you can see on the 30-minute it's a similar thing, just nice clean candles up to this resistance right over here. That's where I was looking to take price to. So I'm just going to draw that level out as the primary level. Now there is this resistance here, but I was not so much focused on that. I was of course aware of it and I was considering it, but you will see in a second how price action developed, and I was anticipating a strong break of that resistance and for price to come up to 1963. So I'll just correct all these levels here, and I'll bring us back to the 5-minute, where I primarily just focus on the 5-minute. I don't normally really go too much onto the too high of a time frames. You know, I like to just keep it really simple, stay on the 5-minute. So you can see here, what we had was, I'll go to the next few candles. Let me just click through a few candles here. I'll show you exactly the candle that I entered in on. So we had price action develop, and right here, this candle. So as you can see, we had support created, nothing, just kind of consolidation, and then we had a strong breakout. And this, for me, is this is the signal that I use to get into my trades. It can be kind of within the range. Here, it could have been somewhere here. If price action developed, made a nice candle form, you know, I could have got in there, but in this case, it was a strong candle that closed above this resistance. And that's exactly what I want to see. You can see here, it just closed above this level like that, really nicely. And now for me, I entered in on the break of the high. Entry right there, and my stop loss was right here, just a few pips below. I always go wherever I want my stop loss to be. So in this case, I wanted to be at this support level. I always go 2-3 pips below that level. And that's just to account for spread. You know, and to try not to be overly tight with my stop loss. You don't need a super tight stop loss every trade. We're not going for home runs. We're just going for profitability, right? So I like to give my trades just a little bit of space, because I don't want price just coming down somewhere close to my stop loss and just stopping me out because of spread. No, I need a little bit of breathing room. So I just give it 2-3 pips, and you can see right here. And you'll see why this is important is because this is exactly how this trade played out. The stop loss placement was absolutely critical in why this trade was successful. So you can see here, next what happens, I'll skip through a few candles. So my entry is right here on this candle, as you can see. Right when that candle broke the high, I entered in. And instantly, on this trade, we had a rejection. And this is just part of trading. This just happens. Sometimes you enter in and sometimes it goes straight to TP. Sometimes it messes about. And this was one of those trades that I was almost certain at this stage, I was almost certain that this was going to go ahead and stop me out. But listen, your stop loss is put in a logical area. You stick to your plan, and you know that's as simple as that. Now, I would have had no problem if someone wants to manage their risk here sooner. I didn't really see any major reasons to manage risk yet, because we didn't even have any push up. So there's no reason to manage your risk here. There's no kind of level to shift your stop loss or anything. Once, however, we got this candle, it was a strong bullish candle. Now it did reject, which obviously wasn't ideal. It rejected kind of last second, is not ideal, but it was absolutely fine. Nice strength in that candle. That is when I shifted my stop loss from about 21 pips to about 17 pips, more or less, just below that level. And, you know, just taking a little bit of risk off the table. And then, yeah, just let the trade continue to play out. So, you know, we had price kind of, again, just play around. But this is really nice price action. You can see it respecting levels really nicely here. And then we had this just essentially from here, once we were at this stage, we had exactly what I would hope to happen. We just had a strong push straight to the TP, which is all you can ask for in a trade. So you can see in this trade why the stop loss placement was absolutely critical. If I had it right at the level, right on it, there's a pretty good chance I would have got stopped out. Now I'm not saying I would have, because my stop loss would have been here. So I'm not saying I would have, because you can see it was literally on the dot. But I had it just 1-2 pips there, and that was luckily enough to not get me stopped out. Which, you know, there's an element of luck in that, but this is trading. This is what it is. So I stuck to my rules. I stuck to my strategy, and in this instance, it paid off really, really nicely, and has helped me maintain a very good winning streak these last few weeks. So you can see here, nice drive straight to TP. I got out right at that high there, and it went a little bit further by about 2, 3, 4 pips, something like that. And then you can see after that, I was fully out of my position at this stage, collected about a 1 to 1.6. Actually, yes, slightly, I think it was about a 1 to 1.5, accounting for spread and so on. So really, really solid trade. And then you can see, ultimately, this is really irrelevant at this stage. It doesn't matter what happened after the trade, but if you are interested, you can see that essentially price started to consolidate and then moved away. But This right here is actually news. News occurred here, so this is unrelated to really to the price action. This was just a news event, GDP release. But anyways, that is that for the trade. So that's analysis. That's why I took it. That's how I took it, and yeah, how I made money on this trade. So I'm just going to bring you over. I'm going to change screen quickly just to finish out this video, and I'm going to show you the MT5 platform just to show you the trade, how it was taken live, etc. So you can see we're over here on the MT5 platform, and you can see this is the exact trade. Entry in on the arrow. Of course, price came back down a bit, and then strong push straight to TP, exit on the high, roughly 1 to 1.5, and you can see here and down in the bottom right, you can see $1.1 thousand. So very, very solid trade for my account. It's a really solid win, and I'm more than happy with that trade. So that's enough on that. If you enjoyed this video, you know, subscribe, follow all the accounts, and thank you very much for watching.